What's up, guys? I am Tyler Hosley, a voice you're probably familiar with from Raiders of the Podcast, but we are back to talk more Euphoria.
And I am Craig, the English half of our little Euphoria duo, ready to speak about the second episode of the third season. We're going to be like a week late with all of these. I know. By the time you get to hear this on Wednesday, the third episode will already be out. But we're going to be running late because we are lazy. So uh, I'll let you ramble, rant. Go
Oh
Tyler.
yes. Yeah, it's gonna ramble. Trust me, I'm gonna ramble, rambling, be rambling. But yeah, so episode 2 opens with Maddie. I mentioned last week that she is one of my favorite characters on this show. I love Alexa Demi. I love the character of Maddie, and I love Alexa Demi's portrayal of that said character.
And
So,
she owns this episode completely.
she's so good. Yeah, Maddie is now a Hollywood assistant, and the episode opens with her getting an interview for a job, and then the pandemic hits. So for a side hustle, she becomes a career architect for like a really hot influencer TikTok content creator. Um, Look, I usually don't love when entertainment takes on the pandemic. But I love what they did here. I loved how they handled the pandemic in this. It's very brief, and that's how I like it. But I love how they showed the really early days of OnlyFans, because that's when OnlyFans really took off, was during the pandemic. And I don't think you were on this episode, Craig. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I picked a stripper documentary for the show called Stripped Las Vegas. Were you on that episode? I don't think you were.
I don't think so, no.
Okay, so that documentary also goes deep into how the girls made a living during the pandemic when they couldn't open the club. It's really
Okay.
fucking good. It's really fucking good, and if you haven't seen it, check it out. I think you dig that doc. But yeah, she's working with this influencer, and then she's forced to quit working with Caitlyn because her boss got super pissed for hooking up one of her actor clients with, and I'm putting this in quotes because this is what the character used. She's a porn star. Like I said, I'm using that in air quotes because I mean the character of Caitlyn is not a fucking porn star. She's doing OnlyFans for social media. But yeah, Maddie ends up quitting the side hustle and stays an assistant, and then Caitlyn becomes super fucking famous, like huge. And yeah, and that's what happens with Maddie. I mean, that's not the end of Maddie, but that is kind of like her downfall from Caitlyn to being stuck being an assistant and being kind of lonely in that department. So then we cut to Cassie, and then Cassie gets in touch with Maddie, and she kind of wants to make amends with Maddie. And but yeah, then we get to that pool meetup scene with Cassie. That
Yes.
scene, oh dude, that scene, it's so good. It's just so good. Like Maddie just walking up casually as fuck with that fucking bomb ass fur coat. That is the most weaponized fur coat ever to put to screen, and I love it. It is just, yeah, that scene is just, it's so good. Like I know Maddie is definitely trolling Cassie in the same way too. Like I
Yeah.
can't I can't tell if she's genuine about making Cassie's OnlyFans career blow up, or she's got some like sneaky fucking revenge shit going on. But I'm here either way. But what do you think?
I I think it's going to start off as revenge. From the moment she sits down, she automatically knows how to manipulate Cassie and how to
Hmm.
fucking annihilate her. Just the way that she speaks to us. Cassie says, "Oh, who am I?" And her reply is like, "That's such a good question." And she's thinking of what can I say next that will help aid in your destruction. But I think Cassie's going to be way more successful than Maddie thought she would be, and much more successful than Nate thought. And I think they're both going to end up kind of needing her more than they ever imagined they would.
Yeah,
So
yeah, no,
I don't think
definitely.
it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna work out for Maddie in that way. I don't think she's going to get her revenge. I think, and I don't think. I think Nate's basically going to end up being her bitch, which is nice.
Yeah, no, I see that happening. Like for sure, Nate is definitely going to be a bitch to someone in this, like 100%. But But yeah, I don't, you can just see that whole pool conversation. You can just see in Maddie's eyes that she's like, I fucking hate this girl. I can't stand her. But I'm gonna pretend. I am gonna pretend hardcore while I'm rocking this fucking fur coat and these fucking awesome sunglasses. She's just Alexa Demi's character is just she's amazing and she portrays it so well.
She's got the best attitude of any of the characters in terms of she's going to become a success.
She is, and
Even if some of them overtake her at points, at some point they're going to nosedive and they're going to hit the ground and they're going to explode, and Maddie's going to keep going.
yep. I want her to be successful so much because she deserves it. She really does. Probably the most. I mean, besides Rue, but she's like the most likable character in the whole show, and she's just great.
Yeah.
But and so we get past the Maddie and the Cassie stuff, and then we go into the second half of the episode with Rue, and Rue is now working at the strip club for Alamo. Look, Craig said this in our chat. Sam Levinson is now just like got a wiretap straight into my fucking brain or something because I don't think the show could be any more me if it tried. Like it's just like becoming more and more Tylerific as it goes on. I mean, it always was, but now it's just like just a Tylerific fucking bomb dropped on everybody. I love this whole storyline, and it introduced a character that I absolutely adore. I want to talk about her for a second. Angel. She's like
Yeah.
she's the feisty little adorable cute Latina stripper, and her and Rue are so good together. Like I love their chemistry, and she's a great fucking actress. Like I think this is like her first acting gig, and she's fucking awesome in this. The
She's
scene where,
excellent.
oh my gosh, she's so good. Like she like legit blew me away. The scene where Rue tells her that her friend died from the fentanyl overdose, that is some like genuinely gut wrenching shit, and she plays it so well. The crying, the hysterical crying, like is so realistic. I her performance blew me away. But but yeah, it's funny because this episode is filled with like some insanely funny moments that's followed by some like really dark ass shit. Like
Yeah.
right
And the
before,
stuff it suggests is very dark. You don't
very,
see.
very that like right before that scene when Rue confesses that her friend died from the fentanyl, they had that shoe fight, which is hysterical. I mean, that shoe fight was amazing. Just Rue fucking tossing shoes back at her, and yeah, it's so good that those two together are great. Um, but so I wanted to ask you this question, Craig.
Yeah.
The rehab scene, which is probably the
Mm.
most gut wrenching scene in the entire fucking episode. But Alamo definitely had her killed, right? Like for sure.
I thought that at first, but also I think there's probably a human trafficking thing.
Yeah,
That's what I think's happening there. And what I see happening in the future is we spoke last week about the country girl who dropped Rue at the bus stop.
hmm
What I think is going to happen is she's going to end up at the strip club with Rue. She's going to end up an addict. She's going to end up going to that rehab, and that is the thing that is going to either push Rue over the edge and turning her against her boss, or it will be her final loss of her humanity. But that's
yeah.
the way I'm seeing it going.
Actually, that's actually a great I really yeah, I think that could be a direction that it might take. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that's see I for some reason I thought they killed her because I don't know, I got such evil vibes from that fucking place. Like the no
Oh yeah, nothing
paperwork.
was good was happening. There was no rehabilitation going on there.
No, she's sitting there crying on the chair, just not wanting to go. And then you got this woman playing, what is that? I think it was like on her phone, just playing some kind of fucking Tetris game, just not paying attention. Then what fucking rehab goes where you have no paperwork? Like it's just
Mm-mm.
you know some shit is fucking something going down. But and then when Rue goes outside to back the car up and that ambulance pulls behind her, I'm like, oh fuck. Yeah, this is bad. This is like really,
And
really fucking
no good things are happening in that place.
no, it's bad. It's really, really bad. And like I last week I was complimenting Alamo for how much I liked him. I still like him as a character. I think he's still a great fucking character. But yeah, he's definitely got just about as evil, the same amount of evil vibes as fucking Lori has, which is just crazy. But
Those girls are just stock to him. You know, when they're no good to him, he moves them out, moves the new ones in.
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't care about these girls. He really doesn't at all. I mean, he's never even. He just wants them in the jacuzzi with him until until they're thrown out and back into rehab or they die from fentanyl. He doesn't give a shit. I still
No.
like the character a lot.
Oh, he's fun. He's fun because he's just a very fun actor. I've loved him since Oz, and he was in Oz. He was exceptionally fucking evil, but also very entertaining. It's just he's something he does really well.
Yeah. So yeah, we got through that. We got through that part. So I mean, we're already at the end of the episode already. But so the end of the episode, there's a few things that happen. We get the pig scene in Lori's living room, which is actually fucking hysterical as well. I
Tyler
mean,
Core, Tyler Core to the core.
yes, you get fucking you get Faye getting railed from behind with a guy with the Nazi flag. I didn't even know they were Nazis until this episode. To be honest with you, I thought that dude was Spanish. To be totally honest with you, but then you see him like fucking banging Faye from behind with a big giant Nazi flag in the back. And then all of a sudden you hear like fucking just commotion going on. And then Faye looks up. Is that a dinosaur? Dude, I laughed so fucking hard when she said that dinosaur line. Faye's amazing. I want more of Faye in every episode. She's just great. But yeah, that scene, the pig scene was great. And the pig just shitting all over the floor. And then he looks over to that dog and says, Lieutenant Dan, you didn't do your fucking job. I'm like, oh my God, this scene. That cute little furry dog made me laugh so hard. But yeah, there's some like really funny ass moments in this episode. But yeah, then we got the pig scene, and then the episode ends with Rue going to meet Jules, which we're kind of learning what Jules is doing now. We still don't exactly know, but we know. I know because it's the trailers of next week. But she's a sugar baby, but she's living in some nice ass high rise apartment now. And but I'm happy to see Jules back because I love Jules and Rue and Jules together are always good. So, but yeah, I'm really curious to see more of her, to see what this sugar baby thing is with her, and it's obviously making her a killing because look at that fucking apartment. But yeah, that's I mean that's pretty much the episode this week. I mean, unless I did I miss anything? I don't think I did. I took a shitload of notes, but I think I got everything.
Well, you missed. I'd say some of the Nate stuff and
Oh
Nate's
yeah, the
dad,
Nate. Yeah, the Nate. Oh yeah, Nate's dad. I'm happy to see what's his name back. What the fuck is his name?
Eric
I don't.
Dane's last scene. Yeah,
Yes. You can tell a little bit that he is struggling with his lines, just a little bit. I mean, he's kind of
yeah,
slurring a little bit. I think they tried to hide it a little bit with him drinking, like with all the beers lined up next to him. You can tell that they were just trying to hide it with him being drunk. But that conversation with Nate and his dad was really good. Um,
yeah. One of his
the
last lines spoken as an actor is, I'm a pitcher, not a catcher." I don't know
Yeah,
how proud anyone is of that, but that's one of the last lines he spoke as an actor.
yeah. I love Eric Dane. It's such a shame. He was way too young to
Oh
die
yeah, or
from a
fucking awful,
aw-
awful shit.
awful disease. But I love Eric Dane, and like even Nate he's so different in this season. Like it doesn't even feel like Nate in a good way. Like I kind of like the turn that Nate is on right now. He's kind of like I see people say that he's been lobotomized. I think I mentioned that last week, but I like Nate in this. Like I don't like Nate as a character. Don't get me wrong.
No,
He's a toxic piece of shit. I like Nate's performance this season. I like seeing him do a more laid back version of the character.
but I
But
like seeing Nate's like so completely out of his depth. It's really beautiful because the thing we take from the end of season 2 is Nate didn't want to be like his dad, and unfortunately, he isn't like his dad in any way, which means he's not having any success in life. And he's one of those people who is the king at high school and gets out to the real world and doesn't fucking like it because he's not the king anymore, and he's got to make some money, and he's got to make a lot of money. It turns out at this point to pay off his debts, and I think a lot of that's going to come down to him not being too keen on Cassie doing the OnlyFans, but Cassie's OnlyFans will either save him or just enable her to fucking leave his ass. So we'll
hmm
see. But I'm really loving. What I love about them as a couple is the house and the clothes, the hideous '60s styling for everything. They're trying so hard to be this like suburban couple, and it's just not happening. No matter how much they You'd think it was set in the 60s, the party they had, where they're just dishing out the cocktails and the little finger foods, and they're just such frauds, both of them. And I'm looking forward to them either discovering that they're complete frauds or just ignoring it. I'm not sure which way it's going to go.
Yeah, no, that relationship is like so fucking weird. Like there is a scene where after Cassie gives Nate her phone and she kisses him on the cheek, he fucking wipes her kiss away. Like these two have no love for each other. They're just there because, like I'm telling you, that it's just of a relationship for reasons. Just that's the reason. This wedding is gonna be a fucking disaster. Next episode, it's gonna be off the charts. Watch and see what I tell you. That wedding is gonna be fucking nuts. But yeah,
Well,
they
Rue's voiceover says Cassie is literally only still with Nate because she stole Nate from her friend, and then she doesn't stay
Mhm.
with Nate, but it just makes it a worse thing. So she's going to marry this man that she has absolutely no time for, just because she feels she has to. I don't know what's going to happen. It's either going to be, I can see it being just a lifetime of misery. To be honest, I think that's pretty much what the pair of them deserve at this point. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm mostly in agreement with you. I thought Priscilla Delgado as Angel was really, really excellent. And I hope she's just not a one episode addition, but I don't know, we'll see. Maybe she'll pop up a bit nearer to the end and we find out more about that rehab. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I hope we get to see more of her because, like I said, she was a true standout in this episode, and for a girl that's really never acted before, she's fucking incredible. And just, I pray we get to see more of that character. I really, really do.
definitely. Um, I like the episode. I didn't like it as much as the first one, but I liked it. I feel like it's the show's getting a lot of heat for doing the OnlyFans thing, but I do feel it pulls back the curtain on OnlyFans a little
Mhm.
bit. You know, we see we see the desperation to like have success in OnlyFans, but we also see we see everything that goes on behind the scenes to make them OnlyFans ready. You know, it's not remotely glamorous, and that's one of the things with Euphoria. There's a lot of bad behaviour, but it is unglamorous, and it's never made out to be. A lot of this stuff isn't made out to be positive. I think I will never go as far as to say that Euphoria is feminist, but I feel like it is more. It is pointing out misogyny more than it is, you know, what's the word? It's looking at misogyny more than just lounging around in it and enjoying it. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
no, I mean, I strongly disagree with and people can have their opinions. And that's fine. I would never argue against it. I just, for me personally, I strongly disagree with someone calling Levinson a misogynist because nothing's portrayed glamorous in this show. There isn't I mean, no character is portrayed as glamorous. The men, the women, that's just what he does. Like I mentioned this last week, but people fetishizing the gagging scene where they're putting the balloons down their throat. I'm like, there was nothing glamorous about that. There was nothing fetishy
No,
about that. It was just fucking gross. It would be gross in real life. It's just I
it's
don't
set in a
see.
misogynist world, which is the
Yeah.
world we live in, and I know that he makes some of the misogyny work for him because it makes the show more edgy and gets him attention, and he is a bit of an
Yeah.
attention whore with that stuff. But I don't know. I think people go a little bit too hard on him and think he. Yeah, I don't. I don't know. I don't know. I like I said, I really like the episode. I like the stuff with Maddie a lot. I think becoming some sort of cyber pimp is a good mood for her. Good
Hmm.
move for her. I like how much she understands Cassie and is ready to just fucking annihilate her. That could be really fun. Um, I'm enjoying Rue's new job. I think Rue is such an addict that she's just moving on to her next phase of addiction, whereas Rue's going to be addicted to ass.
Oh,
Um,
she is. She really is. She loves her job at that place. She's just surrounded by strippers. She loves that shit.
yeah, she's loving it there. And I did the the last couple of scenes, like I liked them, and that sexual tension is definitely still in there. You know, when they're in that elevator scene and it's swelling with each floor it goes up, that chemistry is swelling and it's definitely still there. But I don't know, it made me a little sad to. God damn it, what's the character's name? Hunter Schafer.
Jules.
Yeah, it made me sad to see how cold she was and how much she had changed because I think she's changed more than any other character we've seen so far. Something has changed her a great deal, which might be going back to the COVID. You know, we might find out what happened to her during that time, and you know how it's left her apparently a colder person than she was before. Uh,
Yeah, she
uh,
was definitely given different vibes than she was in any of the previous seasons or any of the episodes. Like when she's just sitting there smoking on that chair, that was a completely different Jules that we've gotten so far. Like just totally different.
yeah, but is she putting that on? Is she the same person underneath? I don't know. I guess we're going to find out. There's a lot of talk online about the sugar daddy. Do we think it might be possible that Nate is a sugar daddy?
I was thinking that, but then they keep showing in the trailer. They kept cutting back to a guy that's paying her. That's the dude from True Blood. What's his name? Merlot. I don't know the guy's name, but he owned
Oh,
the bar
okay,
in True
okay.
Blood. They keep cutting back to him. He might be, but the Nate one would be amazing if that was true. Like I would love that. That would be great.
I think we'll find out in the next episode. Well, yeah, won't be
Yeah,
long anyway.
that next episode's gonna be fucking juicy with that wedding. It's gonna be just fucking awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, I like this episode. Preferred the first one, but you know, I really like this one. This one was definitely setting up all the characters and setting up stuff that you know we'll enjoy in later episodes.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a good one.
Definitely looking forward to the next episode. And I really like this episode a lot. I think it's setting up a lot of shit that we're gonna get, and like I said, it introduced a character that I just adored, Angel, and I pray we get more of her. So hopefully, fingers crossed that we do.
Yeah, definitely agreed. So on to episode 3 next week.
Yep, I will see you next week, Craig.
Will you be doing the business again? Do you do the business? Go on,
Yeah,
just
I can
do
do
the
the
business
business again.
quickly.
Yeah,
Just a little bit of business.
you'll be able to find us and Raiders of the podcast on Instagram, Raiders underscore of underscore the underscore podcast. We're on Facebook, where every episode of this will be dropped on Wednesday. We have a YouTube channel where you can like, subscribe, and watch Kevin's awesome videos. We have a Discord, we have a Blue Sky, and you can always email us at raidersofthepodcast@gmail.com.